Let's talk about business for a little bit. What's the difference, or what are the key differences between having a business and just being self-employed? And then which one is better than the other? Think about that for a second or two. Are you self-employed or do you have a business? See, if you're unsure, I was too, and I had to really figure this out because now everything is being called a business. If you don't work a traditional 9 to 5 and you do something else to make money, then it's referred to as a business, but this is a misconception. And so today I'm going to be breaking this down so we can really understand what a business is versus what being self-employed is and the differences, so we don't get the two confused because they're very, very different. Now, if you're still wondering which one you are, the first and easiest way to distinguish between the two is if you have employees. Now, this isn't always the case, but if you don't have any employees, then most likely you're self-employed and you don't really have a business. So for instance, if you're an influencer, then most likely you're self-employed and not a business owner. Now, time is also a contributing factor here. Self-employed people and business owners don't have the same amount of time. What I mean by this is that if you're self-employed, then you will not be working a 9 to 5, and sure, you may have a lot of flexibility and more freedom, but you do still have to do all the work, and so you don't have a lot of free time from doing work. On the other hand, if you're a business owner, then this changes because you'll have a business and several employees working, and so you generally will have more free time to do things that aren't related to the business, like taking trips or spending time with family. So self-employed people have less time or less free time than business owners. Now, why am I telling you all this and why this video? Well, apart from just knowing which category you fall into, this affects your taxes, which is really important. And if you screw up your taxes this year or next year, then it may not be a big deal. But in 5 or 7 years, when the IRS comes knocking, they usually never give you a pass because you didn't know what you were doing. They usually don't care, and if you make mistakes with your taxes, the end result is always fines if you're lucky, and if you're not lucky, then it's jail time. Secondly, if you're watching my videos, then chances are you're interested in making money and finding ways to make more money. And so you're going to come across a lot of programs that promise to help you start a business, but in reality, they're only going to have you being self-employed and not actually running a business. And you guys should know this before you actually get involved in any of these programs. So if you're thinking of creating an online course to make money, then that's making yourself self-employed, because you have to make the content, deal with the users or customers, marketing everything. But if you turn that into a business, then you don't have to do anything at all. So we need to know the difference. Now, before we talk about the taxes, let's talk about another example. How many times have you tried to catch up with someone and you get to the point in the conversation where you ask them, hey, what are you doing now? Are you still doing this or whatever it may be? And they'll say, well, no, I actually started my own business. And you think, well, that's awesome. And then you ask, what is this business? What is it about? And then they tell you that they're a consultant or some other job where they have more flexibility with work hours and times, but they do all the work by themselves. It happens a lot. So when it comes onto your taxes, if you're self-employed, then you're going to pay more taxes for earning more money. And then there is a time factor where you have to spend more time working if you want to earn more. And then even when you're self-employed, you really can't scale that business up unless you turn it into an actual business. So you work harder and you work longer to make more money, and you can't really scale it up too far or too much. Before I go any further, guys, a very quick reminder here. If you're new or seeing me for the very first time, my name is Eann, and here on this channel, I talk about ways to make money, save money, investing, banking, and all things personal finance related. So if these are topics that will interest you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it, and that's how videos get recommended to more people here on YouTube. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on the notifications so you can get updated when I post new videos here. And I post a new video here on YouTube every single day. Now back to the self-employed versus business. So one of the main problems is that you can't scale it if you're self-employed, but what you can do is convert from being just a self-employed person to owning a business. Now, this is good because if you're self-employed all along, or if you were self-employed all along, then you know exactly how things work. And so you can get your now employees to do the very same things and ensure your business runs and it's as profitable for you as it should be while you take a couple steps back. So how do you pull this off though? Well, if you're self-employed and you want to turn it into a business, all you have to really do is figure out how to make the business work just the same or even better, since you'll have more people now and you can figure out how you can get the same or better results without yourself in the picture. That's the easiest way to look at it. So for example, let's say you were selling ebooks or an online course. You created the content and you're selling it and you're self-employed because you do everything, right? To make more money and to scale it up to the next level, all you would have to do is to employ freelancers on Fiverr or Upwork, which is the most cost-effective way to go about it. You hire them to market and promote your ebook, of course, and this way you get over the limitations of just how much marketing you can do by yourself, how much promotions you could do by yourself, and even support for the content that you're selling. If you want to make updates or create follow-up content, then you can step back, hire them to do it, and you get to scale this into a business now because you have more people working to get faster and better results. Now, this is just an example, but the principle applies to whatever you're doing now that has you self-employed. Just figure out a way to get better results while removing yourself entirely from the picture. So now the second part of this is which one is actually better, being self-employed or actually owning a business. Well, in my opinion, a business is better just because of the fact that you can scale it, which is important, and maybe even more importantly, you don't have to always be present or present at all. You now have real freedom to do whatever you want without having to do any work, at least for the most part. What do you guys think though? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Drop me a comment down below so I can hear your thoughts on this one. Now, I hope you guys liked the information in this video, and if you'd like to see more videos just like this one, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can see new videos that I post, and I post videos here every single day on YouTube. If you're a new subscriber or viewer here on the channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos on high-yield savings accounts, checking accounts, investments, credit cards, and ways that you can use and make more money. Also guys, I've left a couple links down below to free stuff and free cashback offers, so be sure to check the links down below in the description for all kinds of free stuff, which includes WEBULL, which is a free and easy to use investment app or platform, and by signing up using the link down below, you'll get 2 free stocks that can be valued at over $1,000, and all you have to do is just deposit $100 in your investment account. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.